Hi, I'm the Scrub and you're here for one reason. Why does everything throw themselves into a fit of rage when they lock eyes with us and suddenly want to fight? Every time I look at myself in the mirror, I tend to think that I could lose weight and not be so depressed, so I have no idea what they see. But fine, you want to fight? So be it. I'm going to punch your face in the face. Time to learn about the Wreath of Snakes. Simplified. Fifth element is a room-wide AoE. Infirm Soul is a cleaving point-blank AoE tank buster, so don't get yourself caught standing next to the tank. Seiryu will then teleport to the player who is furthest away. It will then perform either a point-blank AoE indicated by a yin-yang symbol, which you will need to get away from Seiryu to avoid, or a donut AoE indicated by a circle of serpents, which you'll need to get in close to Seiryu's hitbox to avoid. Getting hit by either of these AoEs will result in a Vuln stack. Then 4 players will get point-blank AoEs. Spread out and don't overlap these. When these go off, Seiryu will teleport to the furthest player away again and perform the opposite of whichever AoE it did before. So if it did a donut earlier, this one will be a point-blank AoE, and if it was a point-blank AoE earlier, this one will be a donut AoE. It will then move into the middle of the room and cast Kujikiri. This will be a checker pattern of AoEs. Just get into a safe square in between the AoEs to dodge this. You'll get a Vuln stack per AoE you are hit by. It will then cast Summon Shiki and become untargetable. A bar labelled Seiryu's Focus will spawn in. If this bar fills, Seiryu's ultimate will wipe the group. 2 red wheels and a larger blue wheel will spawn in. All of the wheels will tether to random players. The red wheels will need to be pointed away from the rest of the party because it will be a knockback to whoever gets hit by it. The blue wheel will give its tethered player a stack marker. Group up to share the damage. It's best to just aim the blue wheel down the middle and aim the red wheels to the side. Then 2 beasts will appear on the sides of the arena and cast circular AoEs around them. Make sure you avoid this as this will be a knockback if you get hit by it. Then there will be blue straight line AoEs. If you get hit by one of these, it will be a knockback across the arena. Around the same time as this, the beasts will tether to 2 random players. These players will need to point these away to the side, close to where the beasts are, as there will be a conal AoE through where this player is standing. So if you're pointing these tethers towards the middle of the arena, you're going to have a bad time. There will also be mud heads that will spawn in. These will need to be defeated. When you defeat them, the small heads will explode in a small damaging room wide, and the larger heads will explode in a medium damaging room wide. Make sure that you don't destroy them all at the same time, as you can get easily overwhelmed if you don't have decent gear. When everything has been defeated, Seiryu will knock back all players and perform their ultimate. This will change the arena. You'll appear in the middle of a donut of water with an island in the middle. Swim towards the island. As long as you are in the water, you'll get a vulnerability up debuff. The water will get a shimmering wavy pattern through it. If you get hit by this, you'll be thrown into the air and given the debuff of drowning for a few seconds. When you reach the island, there will be a horde of snakes on one side of the arena. These snakes will give a knockback from whichever side they are coming from. The knockback is more than half of the arena, so don't stress if you can't make it the whole way to the side. Also, knockback immunity does not work with the snakes. The horde of snakes will repeat, so get ready for another knockback. During the second knockback, one player will get a line stack marker. This will be a double hit, so stay stacked up until both hits go off. Seiryu will then summon the Big Chungus. This is similar to the second boss of Swallow's Compass. It will lift one hand into the air and slam down onto half of the arena. You'll just need to move to the opposite side of the arena to avoid the hit. If you get hit by this, you'll get the debuff of blunt resistance down for 20 seconds. If you get hit again while you have the debuff, you will instantly die. There will also be a room-wide AoE in between the hits. After 3 hits from the Chungus, the middle of the arena will get an AoE. The Chungus will slam its fist into the middle of the arena and knock back all players from this point. If you are in the AoE when the fist hits the arena, it will instantly kill you. Seiryu will teleport to the furthest player away and perform another donut or point-blank AoE. Avoid the AoE accordingly. It will then give 4 players point-blank AoEs, so they'll need to spread out, while it also moves to the middle of the arena and creates the Kujikiri AoE checker pattern. Then it will be a room-wide AoE, followed by a tank buster and another room-wide AoE. Seiryu will then summon the 2 beasts to perform their circular AoEs. While this is going on, Seiryu will teleport to the furthest player away and do a donut or point-blank AoE. I recommend that when the beasts appear, everyone can stack up in the middle, so when Seiryu moves to the furthest player away, there will always be a safe zone no matter which AoE it decides to perform. After this, the beasts will perform their tethered conal AoEs to 2 random players. Then the wheels will be summoned, which will need to be taken similarly to the opening phase with the red wheels facing out and the blue wheel down the middle. Then 4 players will get AoEs while the blue straight lines are created. You'll just need to dodge them as best you can. Then it's another Kujikiri checker pattern followed by the return of Big Chungus. Big Chungus will perform its 3 hits again, but a horde of snakes will spawn in after the first hit. You'll need to avoid the second hit and then move to the side where the horde is coming from to be knocked over without going into the water. Then you'll have to dodge the third hit and the knockback fist before 4 towers spawn in. These towers will need to be soaked by at least 4 people in the party. If a tower is missed, it will give everyone a damage down and a room-wide AoE per tower missed. From here, mechanics will begin to repeat until Seiryu has been defeated. Congratulations, you have defeated Seiryu. My name is the Scrub. Thank you for watching.